you just share a little bit about your relationship with the hummingbird? Is the hummingbird a special totem for you?
Though the hummingbird is not in New Zealand, there is another bird called the fantail, and there's another bird called the korema, the bellbird. They are similar family, especially the fantail. So we speak to this as titi. We speak to these tiny birds, the tiny voice, as titi. In particular for the hummingbird, tirani. Now, the hummingbird, as I share as tirani, is my birth sign. In my work, and it has been extensive. My mission, my joys, has been extensive. And in the healing work or the expansion work, thereby bringing healing, I've confirmed my connection to the hummingbird, or to tirani, the tiny voice from heaven. And I understand it as the one who calls the stargates, this tiny voice. In other words, tirani is the one who calls the stargates, the tiny voice from heaven. Now, the hummingbird had come to me, the tirani had come to me just before I was to activate my first stargate, activate and initiate, and then seal my first stargate. Many years ago, that location where I was to do this activation was a place called Hummingbird Ranch in the mountains of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, New Mexico. Hummingbird Ranch. This was my first moment, the first moment I had agreed to do a retreat, what you call a retreat. Something that I wasn't used to. In my culture, we don't say retreat. We do speak of relaxation, stillness, meditation in another way, right? In our system. Nevertheless, this location came on the radar, and it was called Hummingbird Ranch. And then when I went to do this retreat, many hummingbirds came, and then the Stargate, the understanding and the knowledge of the Stargate came, the constellation, and the question was put to me to upgrade the frequency of the Stargates, and I was to begin there. And so that was my first initial, really, truly high vibration connection to the understanding that I am one who can call the Stargates. The hummingbird having my birth sign also being Aquarius at that time, my Gregorian birth sign, let me say. I was understanding that when the new Earth arrived, that Stargate frequencies and the codes were going to change to allow and invite the new Earth to enter, and along with its new star grids, its new alignments, and the raising of its vibration. Of course, all of the work in the ley lines and the Stargates had to be completed, had to be at least begun and started, had to at least be recognized, had to at least be transmitting the information for myself and others to download and then upload, and upload in ceremony. And so my birth sign, Aquarius, was swallowed, and I say it was swallowed by the hummingbird. So my birth in February, born in 1964, on February 3rd, and my birthing in the short count calendar would put me at a dragon age, which is appropriate for what I do have come to know. Yeah. especially from the place that I was born in this lifetime, which is the long white dragon, that which is New Zealand, Tanimaro. And so confirmation of the hummingbird or tirani began when I began doing the activation for the Stargate. It was also, there were also 24 seals that I was doing that weekend with 24 masters, 24 shamans from different Native American tribes, culture, as well as non-native from the European tribes. And I was doing the seal ceremonies for them, aligning them to the living light and the light of the child. That's what I did. I had done this quite a long time before that ritual. And so they were requesting that they be sealed in the living light. And that those seals took place at this particular Stargate. In the Hummingbird was absolutely instrumental in that.